Okay, I'm off to New York. I'm going to catch the 6 o'clock shuttle. I'm running late. And I just thought I'd let you know, I am going to be away for 3 days in New York. And I was thinking it would probably be a good idea for you to make a documentary about the New Atlantic Monthly, and the making of the November issue, creating it. You know, the salespeople are always looking for ways to bring the magazine to life, and I think this would be a great way to do it. And it's a good time of month. The editors are editing right now. Nothing much is going on. I mean, it should be a breeze. I'll see you in 3 days, and call me if you have any problems. Bye.
Judy.
Hi, Alexandra.
Are these the boards for the new design?
Yep, that's what they are.
Would you give a little presentation for this documentary I'm doing?
Sure, for the salespeople. Be happy to. This one is bold. This one, I'd have to say, is confident. Perhaps the word for this is energetic and surprising.
Perfect explanation. Thank you.
Glad to help.
Hello? Yes? Collect call from Chief Yamamoto of the Kyoto Prefecture? Well, put him through. Yes? Yes? You say there's been an accident? Involving what? A trained poodle, a truck of basmati rice, and Corby Cummer? You sure it's Corby? Oh, you found a business card. Yes, we're still using the same logo, but is Corby all right? Oh, I understand. So you're saying that in addition to the injuries he sustained in the accident, there were the injuries he got from your men when they found out what magazine he worked for? Listen, Chief. Hello? Hello? I'll never find Corby. Hello, yes? Sure. Please put him right through. Hello, Chief. Can you tell me any more about what happened? Corby was supposed to be over there on a simple bicycling trip. He was collecting robin's eggs, probably cooking them too. So you're saying that the accident also involves an official of the Ministry of Industry and Trade? Driving a late model Nissan and drunk as a skunk? What had he been drinking? Johnny Walker? Grand Marnier? And disguising his breath with Godiva chocolates? I mean, what kind of a... Hello? 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 Corby! Oh, thank heavens you're all right, I guess. So you've stabilized? Yeah, and you're able to write? And you say you're taking this in some new direction. This is supposed to be a travel piece. But you say you've had some sort of epiphany. Is that some kind of mushroom? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what it is you write. We have, of course, full confidence in you. Just fax what you have to Barbara as soon as you can. We've got to get this into type. Okay, we'll see you then. Take care of yourself. Bye. He'll be in 20 minutes. That probably means a week from next Tuesday.
These are the accounts we're using for the magazine redesign. So when Judy brings you...
Debbie, this fax just came in from Corby.
What's all this? Oh, Corby's expense report. You want $6,000? $6,000? Let me see this. Bicycle rental, knee pad, elbow pad rentals, 12 dozen sanitary napkins, and $3,000 for robin's eggs. Why are robin's eggs so expensive?
Well, robin's eggs are expensive because they're so difficult to get. I mean, there's a whole ritual involved. First, you have to light up some candles and incense, and then rub oil all over
right
your...
there. I don't think I'm going to hear any more of this.
His Corby's expense check again.
Oh, thanks.
Hold it, he wants all his expenses paid now in Polish złotys.
Oh, great.
See this when I was 6, and then I'll be good at this.
Hi, Michael Jones.
Hi, how are you?
I hear Jan's on vacation.
Can't you tell? Can't you tell?
So,
Actually, yeah, I got a postcard from her only this morning. There we go. Guinness is good for you. It says, "My dearest Michael and Ted, having the most wonderful time amid the opulent splendor of the QE2. It's so nice not having to worry about getting up early and rushing to be in the office at the crack of noon. The pace of life on the Atlantic is so much more relaxed than it is at the Atlantic. Though I must confess to having raised a few eyebrows last night when I was invited to have dinner at the captain's table and I ordered hash browns and coffee instead of pheasant. Owing to a happy series of coincidences, I ran into an old acquaintance at the Atlantic yesterday. Your man Leonard is aboard ship enjoying a few days' rest and recreation between bidding rounds. He asked me to remind you that he still has bids outstanding for the museum guide and the environmental handbook, and he never did hear back from you about private profit and public gain. Poor Leonard. It seems he's destined always to be an AA on the corrected blue line of life. Hope to see you all soon. Till then, love to all, Jan." Yeah. Now, if you don't mind, I'm very busy.
Hi, Colin.
Hi, Barbara.
Listen, I just got Corby's piece, and it isn't going to be a travel piece anymore, so I thought maybe now you should be the editor of it instead of me.
Well, I guess I'd had intimations that Corby had run into obstacles of some sort, but, you know, I really wouldn't dream of taking Corby off your hands.
Well, actually it would be a lot more convenient. I'm going to Antarctica tomorrow. It's a music cruise. Yo-Yo Ma plays duets with the whales and the penguins applaud. It's supposed to be amazing.
Well, another one of your typical trips, but these trips have never really stopped you before, to be frank. Is there perhaps something else?
When Corby and I first talked about this piece, it seemed like something that the whole company could get behind, but at this point, I'm beginning to sense some potential for embarrassment, and you're so good at handling embarrassment.
How do you mean that?
In the best possible sense.
All right. Can you at least give me some direction, some idea of the direction in which Corby is going to be taking this piece of it? Has he at least given us some checking material?
Here's what he sent last week. Soy sauce, rice,
No?
and chopsticks.
Fairly typical so far.
Come on in, guys. And since the accident, this is what's arrived. Books on murder rates in chain hotels in Japan.
Is any of this annotated?
And the Japanese auto industry.
I
And
don't
the
even see any yellow
relationship
tabs.
between cancer and luxury comestibles like chocolate, and political corruption, and binge drinking of Western liquor by salarymen and corrupt committee officials. Thanks so much, Cullen. I'll fax you a postcard.
Definitely a new departure. You better get cracking.
Lucy, hi. I was just wondering if you could tell me, has Corby ever written anything that's not about food?
Gee, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything, but let's look in here. I can find out for you. Let's see. Well, here's something. It looks almost like something on literature. Maybe Proust's. It's called Remembrance of Things Pasta. Let me see. Let's go a little further. This could be something. Ecology. It's called Bye Bye Bambi. Maybe, oh no, How to Catch, Gut, and Grill Our Friends of the Forest. Oh, Corby. Didn't know he had that sort of instinct. Let's see what else. Aha! A music piece, perhaps. The Trout Quintet. Trout Quintet. 5 ways to come to terms with your trout. Grilling, filleting, frying, broiling, and feeding them to your cat. No. You know, we've sent him on a lot of trips and things, but, you know, with Corby, he always comes right back to food.
I guess
Now-
it's a first.
Yep, yep,
Okay, thank you.
right.
Hi, yeah, Francis, it's Ted up in Boston. Why, I needed to talk to you about something. It's about the November issue. Yeah, I do realize you have a whole lot of space booked for this month, and, well, it's kind of what I need to talk to you about. Well, I was wondering if you've heard about Corby's piece for November. Well, it's just I really don't think any of your accounts are going to take to it too kindly, actually. Which ones? Well, any, actually. No, Francis, I'm serious. I'm not quite sure what it's about. It has something to do with denouncing all vices. He has chocolate, alcohol, fast cars, all that stuff. He hates it now. Well, I don't know what it's about, but I just think we're going to have a big problem with all of our advertisers.
Hi, Mike. I was wondering if you would tell me about your fiction piece for the November issue for this documentary that I think Kim told you were doing.
We haven't chosen it yet. I know we've got an Updike and we've got a Bausch and a Louise Erdrich story. You know, though, I have a feeling we're going to use one that just came across my desk in Galleys. It's a far-out story about a guy who travels to Japan to hunt for a certain kind of robin's egg and gets hit by a drunk driving a taxi, I think, and has a mystical experience, changes his life stance, sort of like the Razor's Edge, maybe Early Mom, I don't know. It's very strange, but as you know, we just won the O. Henry with that story about the sex change operation, and I have a feeling Bill is going to go for this. It just it's so wild and so off the wall, but it's not badly written.
Yeah, Donna Palmer, please. Hi, Donna. Ted in Boston. Yeah, big problem. About the November issue, I really don't think Honda's going to like it. Yeah, I think we know what we're doing, Donna.
Okay, basically Corby's blaming this whole thing on the collision between the Nissan, which was on the left side of the book depository, and the Basmati rice truck, which he says was coming in from the right. And then he says that the collision took place right about there.
Right there? And then he says he left the gym and he jumped on his bike and was biking down the right side of the book depository.
Now, would he have been able to see the accident from that angle? If he was over here at the grassy knoll, the trajectory would be right.
Well, you know, I called a Japanese meteorologist last night who said there was very heavy fog and cloud cover that morning, which makes me wonder whether Corby could have seen much of anything.
And what is this Basmati rice stuff? I mean, this was not taking place in India.
Oh, Corby always mixes up his rice.
Hi, Linda? It's Ted. Yeah, I'm fine. Problem in November, yeah. The cover story? Corby's piece, yeah. Sony's just not going to like it.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Candace. What are you working on? Oh, it's the stationery. I can get it to be bold and energetic, but surprising. I can't get it to be surprising yet.
Well, I'm wondering if you might have a couple minutes, because I was thinking that maybe you'd be able to do some cold calls and use some contacts from your old advertising agency and call a couple places like Botswana Board of Tourism and Purina Pet Chow and Musi non-alcoholic beer, because we have a couple of full pages open in the November issue now.
Cold calls. Well, that's surprising.
Hi, Katie? Yeah, it's Ted. I just got this insertion order you sent up. The Japanese Journal of Food and Wine.
Kim, this is Scott. I'm in Corby's office. Phase 1 of Project Infiltrate Editorial is complete, and they actually think I'm one of them. But meanwhile, I've braved the dangers of Corby's office. I seem to have found his manuscript. You're not going to like it, though. we're going to lose all our advertisers.
Hi, Julie. Julie, it's Ted up in Boston. I have a question for you. Doesn't Northwest Airlines fly to Japan?
Hi, Phoebe Lou. I was wondering if we could talk to you a little bit about Corby's piece for this documentary we're doing.
Oh, yes. Sounds perfectly fascinating. Warn me if it becomes a book.
Hi, Shuba. Ted Grush calling. Got a problem with Jim Beam. Yeah, seems like Corby's piece has a problem with all alcohol. Let me tell you, man, it's looking really good to me right about now.
But never have we had a piece that gathers in itself as much offensiveness to our advertisers as Corby's. This is the coup de grace. Perhaps one could call it the coup de fiasco. It is a mark, an earnest of our integrity as a journal that we're going ahead with this, that we haven't asked Corby to soften any of this, and that we basically said, leave the bark off, Corby. And I quote Bill Whitworth more or less exactly there. Leave the bark off. And the bark is definitely off this attack on Japanese automobiles, on chocolates, on restaurants, on the idea of travel, on all these idle preoccupations of the past. And I think that for all that this is going to hurt us, if not snuff us out commercially, it's going to help us in that sort of competition for laurels of integrity, the kind of thing that Columbia Journalism Review salutes magazines for. And probably with the last issue of the Atlantic Monthly ever, we're going to get a handsome send-off from the Columbia Journalism Review that will praise our integrity, our kamikaze-like integrity to the ends, and we'll have Corby to thank for it.
Martin, why is this dead fish in front of me?
Well, that's a good question, John. What we're doing is we're getting ready for the gala for Chrysler. Chrysler's sponsored the section all year, and we want to kind of show them we're thankful, and we're putting on a big party for them. New York doesn't think we're going to pull it off. They're really nervous. So I thought it would be a good idea to get together and learn how to eat sushi, since I hear there's going to be sushi at this thing.
I need the help.
Yeah, your hold we can probably fix for the first thing. You've got to hold the chopsticks between your thumb and your forefinger. Then you make like a little bird, and the bird picks up the sushi. Then you dip the sushi into the condiment of your choice, and you pop it in your mouth. You try. Oh, I can see this is really going to take a while.
Oh, yum, sushi. What's the occasion?
Well, I hear we're having sushi at the Chrysler Gala, so I thought I would
What?
say John.
Sushi for the Great American Car Company? Ah!
Well, Julie's lost her Northwest account. Frances has lost her Sheridan's Liquor. Donna lost Honda. Linda lost her Sony account. And Godiva, they're out. That's left us with Chrysler, our domestic car. So Mara's happy. Jeff's like he's got Merck. And Marie's got Alexandria. And this is all we got.
Any messages while I was gone?
Corby!